Hi, Brian Stevens with Case of K-12, where we recruit students back to public schools. I know it sounds a little odd. We're the biggest company, but really one of the only companies in the nation that recruits exclusively for public schools. So yes, we reach out to charter school parents and caregivers, homeschool, virtual schools, and even private schools, and even children that for some reason or another aren't going to school. And so we have a lot of methodologies where, in short, we call these parents up and we ask them to come and attend your school. And I got a very quick video here for you to kind of explain our methodology so you understand in your school how you fit into the process. All right. So I would apologize for the slide deck, but really I'm not going to read any slides anyway. And if you do want any more information, please give us a call. We're happy to talk with you at length about the process and answer any questions you have. So first and foremost, what's really important to many schools and for you to understand our methodology is it's risk-free guarantee for the school district, which means if we don't actually get students to attend the school in the fall, we don't get paid. So we're very purposeful, we're very goal-oriented and driven, and the methodologies, the systems we use are proven in multiple states and multiple school districts around the nation, and that's what we're bringing to your school district too, even though every school district is a little different and a little special and unique. So I won't get into that in this video, but let me just give you the methodology. First and foremost, we use a lot of polling information, and we've done that in your district. We've done that nationally. And there's two main things that we always like to convey to parents, which is will their babies be safe and will their babies be successful at life, whatever that means. And so we develop a lot of really strong talking points where we communicate to the parents and entice them and introduce them back to your school. So we're very data heavy on this. And so there are a lot of benefits to our program, but really what you care about is this really wonky grassroots methodology slide that I have up right now. I am not going to read this to you, but I want you to get the visual, if you will. As part of this process, the first thing that we do is we do a lot of targeted identification in your geographical region. Now, this map's not for you, but it's kind of a general map, obviously, where we find all these parents that have maybe recently left your school, recently moved to the area, they are starting to attend virtual schools, whatever it is, and we find out where they are, and we find out the best ways to communicate them, and we start to reach out. And really, the elements of every campaign are a little different, but in general, we'll make thousands of live phone calls. We'll send them emails. We'll send them text messages. We will go door to door if that's what's needed and knock and invite them to your school. And so we have these grassroots specialists, enrollment ambassadors, if you will, on our teams that work in your community and out of our main office. We are reaching out to them. Sometimes in the districts, we may be doing mail, we may be doing live events, but all those are driven to come to your school. So you may see an uptick of people that want to do a tour or people that are asking questions about your individual school. And we're really hoping that you embrace that and you do a couple of the fundamentals, which are, one, you ask them to enroll. I'm going to really implore you. The ask is so critical. They're going to have specific questions about your individual school. You're going to be able to answer those. Your teammates are going to be able to answer those. But I really want you to ask them to enroll. We've already set you up. We've already probably called them 4 or 5 times. We've already sent them, half a dozen text messages, maybe emails, explaining how awesome your school is and the district in general. We've got them teed up. We've got them ready to go. Sometimes, and I think it's fair, they're going to have additional questions that only you directly in the schools can answer. And so, get ready for it. They're going to come. If you have an open house, if you have tours, we're going to send them to those, and then we're going to follow up with them, make sure they completed the enrollment process, and then guess what? We're going to follow up with them again to make sure they show up to the first day of school. So generally speaking, that is the global methodology, and you can see that there's call centers and door knocks that we do. We get into specific messaging that's unique to your district. We'll have grassroots teams out there on the deck. We will be tracking these parents and students by name, maybe enrollment data, maybe it's very sophisticated. I don't want to bore you with the details, but we do a lot of tracking all the way where we take thousands of potentials and we end up with hundreds of people that we hope will attend your school in the fall. And we work as a team with you, with the district, to make sure that we get to increase your budget, because the more students that show up in your school, the more money you have and the more resources you have to train those babies. So I know bigger classrooms sometimes scary, more kids, sometimes that's a lot of work, but you need them to keep those budget numbers high so you can pay your team fairly, maybe not fairly because teachers and principals are never paid enough, but at least more. And you have more times to get a computer equipment, better playground equipment. You've got to increase your budget, so you've got to increase your student enrollment. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We'd love to help, and thanks for letting us be a part of your team.